All right. I think we're really doing this, right? Is it on now? Yes. Hallelujah. Here we are. We did it. I didn't realize this morning Zoom had to update. So we did. And here we are. Here I am. Yay. So there you are. Um, and we are recording. Great. So this morning we're going to do something a little bit different. Welcome to Yoga with Kristy this morning. We're going to be welcoming in our friend the chair today. So you're welcome to either do this on the floor or in your chair, whatever feels better. And as you see, I have a chair with no arms there. Makes it easier to move around, but if that's all you have, that's okay. And also today we will need either a yoga strap, which is like this, or you might need or you might use just a hand towel or a kitchen towel. This is one actually that was given to me by one of our beloved yoga students. See all those doggies doing yoga on there. And it was Jean McDonald. Thank you very much. Shout out to Jean this morning. So you will need some kind of towel or strap or maybe a sash or a belt, something you can hold onto. So you might want to pause the video right now, go get your strap or sash or towel and come back. And then you can restart when you get settled. Okay, so here we are back again, and we're going to get started. So today, we're talking about our bones and the breath, and it's really a fun concept that breathing in brings oxygen to our bone marrow. I have some scriptures and a little reading that will address this in a few minutes, but I want to go ahead and get started. So if you'd like to do your introduction lying on your mat, please do that. Just make yourself comfortable on the floor. But if you'd like, go ahead and have a seat in your chair and make sure that your strap is handy. Sometimes I like to take my strap or towel and just drape it over the back of the chair so I can get hold of it when I need it. So we'll begin by coming to a comfortable seat, either in your chair or the floor. And I'm going to be sitting right in front of you for a moment so we can talk through our introduction. And hopefully you can hear really well here. So, as always, I'm going to first begin by looking around and noticing our environment. So wherever you are, maybe you're out of town somewhere in a new place. Maybe you're at home in your usual yoga spot, but just look around and notice where you've come to join in with this sacred space this morning. Actually naming objects in your mind. Maybe some things in your environment you really don't pay much attention to, but suddenly they're jumping out at you. Just notice. And then coming to center. If you're comfortable closing your eyes here, go ahead and close your eyes. And we'll send our thoughts and awareness out to our space and just listen. Noticing very soft sounds, louder sounds. Notice what you hear. And then drawing your awareness back to yourself sitting here or lying down. Bring your awareness to the space where you rest. A place where God lives and moves. A place where you are seen, known, loved, and held. This beautiful morning in August. August 25th. Right here, right now. Nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. To be present to this space. And coming to an awareness now of your body, resting here. The yogis on the floor will notice the mat coming up to meet them underneath so that your body can settle in. Take a moment to notice that. If you're seated in a chair, you may notice that the chair comes up to meet your hips, your thighs, and fully supports you so that your spine can lift tall. Crown of your head can lift to the sky. And so notice today what you bring to your practice. Notice maybe what places in your body are calling for some love and attention today. Maybe there's parts of your body that are just saying, hallelujah, what a glorious day, I'm feeling good. So hopefully there are more of those today. But just notice, wherever you are, whatever you bring, it's okay. And I'm going to invite you now in this space to make a deal with yourself that you're going to be gentle, that you'll be honoring of what your body is telling you today. This body is you. You live in your body. There's a wonderful connection between your brain, your body, your heart, your mind. Can you begin to see all parts of you, all levels of being coming together in this one place this morning, on your chair, on your mat, where you are truly seen? So good. Created for good. Created to be prosperous and healthy and strong. Created to love. Created to be who you were created to be. So let's come to an awareness of our breath this morning here. I invite you to just notice your breath moving in and out. And how does that feel for you today? Where is the breath? Maybe you were rushing around to get in your chair. Maybe you were rushing around to lie on your mat. So I invite you to bring yourself home. Notice what your breath is telling you. Maybe your breath's still a little bit labored. Maybe you're just easy, soft. Notice your breath moving in through your nose, out through your nose. And if you'd like, beginning to lengthen out your inhale and your exhale. And so if that's appropriate for you today, please follow that. If it isn't, just notice whatever breath feels right for you right now. So as the breath comes in through your nose, it filters back down, it just slides down the back of your throat, down through your windpipe, down into those beautiful branches of your lungs, outside to side, like little trees, spreading outside to side in the tissue of your lungs where your blood has come in to receive this oxygen. The blood picks up oxygen, carries it to the heart, pumps it out all through your body. And I'm going to share with you a little reading from a book on yoga about breathing into your bones this morning. Just think about your breath for a second. And now think about your bones, your skeleton, all those wonderful bones that keep you stable, that help you stand up without falling in a heap, that stack on top of each other and give you movement. Your muscles attach. Just think about that little dance of the skeleton there, the knee bones connected to the thigh bones connected to the hip bone. Everything's connected. Hear the word of the Lord, right? So our bones are deeply connected to our breath. What does this mean? The marrow of our bones thrives on oxygen. So with each breath, our bones are supported and sustained. Take a deep breath right now. And imagine that you are breathing directly into your bones, your shoulder blades, collarbones, rib cage, pelvis, spine, and skull. And the bones of your arms and hands, legs, and feet. Imagine filling your entire skeletal system with energy that radiates outward from your bones through your body. With each breath you take, you nourish yourself. So notice your breath. Notice it coming in, spreading out, expanding into your bones, the marrow of your bones, where so much is taking place, so much life in the marrow of your bones. And that energy radiates out through your bones, through your limbs, through all your muscles, your tissues, your brain, so that you can dance today through our practice. I'm going to share with you a scripture today that speaks to that as we think of God's Spirit being the breath in our body, the breath in our bones. As the Lord tells us in Proverbs, lean on, trust in, and be confident in the Lord with all your heart and mind. Do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways, know, recognize, and acknowledge God, and He will direct and make straight and plain your path. Listen to this. It shall be health to your nerves and sinews and marrow, health to your nerves, sinews, and marrow, and it will be moistening to your bones. Woo! Would you like to have your bones moistening up today? I would. I would. So breathe in that word of the Lord, God's presence, into the very marrow of your bones today. Yes. Let's do it. So we're going to come back to our bodies now and begin with a big stretch. So if you're in a chair, take whatever stretch feels right for you this morning. If you're on the mat, take a big stretch. And if you're on your mat, lying back, I'm going to invite you to come to sitting. So come on up to sitting. And those of us who are seated in our chairs already can come to a nice stable seat. So as you're sitting on your chair, I'm going to say that as we're doing our movement, it's good to perch forward a little bit so that you're stable in your chair, but you're not all the way back so that you're kind of slouching out, hanging down. You want to be sitting up, maybe scoot forward a little bit, and notice that the soles of your feet are resting on the floor comfortably. So if you're sitting on the floor, you're going to come up to sitting with your legs stretched out ahead of you with your toes up. You're just going to press out. And we're going to begin with waking up for our feet. So let me fix this so you can see my feet better. Pardon me. And so I hope that's working for us. Let's see. Let me scoot back a little bit. Okay, so here are my feet. So if you're on the floor, we're going to begin by just flexing and pointing if you're sitting on the floor. If you're in your chair, just take a little gander down at your feet. We're going to start by just picking up our toes. So if you want to just pick up your toes, just your toes, the soles of your feet are on the floor and just the toes are lifting. So if you're sitting on the floor, just draw the toes back towards you. So once the toes are lifted, we're going to spread them out wherever you are. Spread out your toes. And then we're going to place the baby toes down first, the pinky toes, and then your next toe, and then the middle toe, and then pointer toe, and then your grand toe or your big toe down. So let's lift up our toes and then press them down. Lift them up, press them down, lift them up, press them down. Lift them up, press them down. Lift them up. Feel the rest of the soles of your feet on the floor. If you're seated on the floor, press out through the soles of your feet. Spread your toes out wide, and then lay your toes back down on the floor. So So notice how your toes feel, if they feel a little enlivened this morning. And then wherever you are, we're going to press out through the soles of your feet and then just simply flex and point through the ankle. So we've been waking up the toes. We're just going to now flex and point, wake up our feet. Breathe. Remember that life-giving breath that comes into the very marrow of your bones, moistening your bones, moistening your marrow. What about that? Bringing life, health, oxygen to all those bones everywhere. So let's circle with the ankles around. So in your ankles, you have a lot of little pebbly bones. So you want to just kind of let them work and roll around a little bit. And other side, take it the other way. Breathe. Good. And then flex your feet, press out through the soles of your feet. Spread your toes nice and wide. Good. And then placing the soles of your feet on the floor. Now, if you're sitting in your chair, you might want to shift forward just a little bit more. And no matter where you are, we're going to reach underneath your thigh and support just behind the knee, back here on the thigh that's closest to your knee. Sit up nice and tall. And if you're on the floor, just draw your knee up and we'll press out and in. So we're really juicing up the knee here by stimulating the synovial fluid. So in and out. Take it out. Take it in. Breathe. Take a minute to send your thoughts down from your head, your noggin there, into your knee, from noggin to knee this morning. And press out, hold. So if you're on the floor, keep it maybe lifted off the floor a little bit. If you're in your chair, just press out. Feel your abdominals lifting, heart lifted, and then release. So you might feel a little engagement of the thigh there. Waking up the thigh bones, thigh muscles. And then we'll go to the other side. So pick up that leg, whatever that leg is, press it out, pull it in. Press it out, pull it in. Breathe. So imagining that breath, that life-giving breath, sipping in through your nose, shooting down through your body, out through the marrow of your thigh, the marrow of your shin, pressing out through all your toe bones, your foot bones, and then coming in, press it out, and in, press it out, and in, press it out. Last time, hold, and then bring it in. Good. And then we're just going to stomp it out a little bit. Maybe just do a little run. Run all around, run away, run around. And then plant your feet on the floor. So let's do that again. Do a little running around. Take a deep breath in. And feel the soles of your feet on the floor. Maybe a little tingling in your legs. We're waking up the body one piece at a time. So let's take, if you're sitting on the chair, take your hands to the side of the chair for support. If you're on the floor, just separate your legs out a little bit. And we're just going to rock the legs apart, side to side. So you can rock them out like this. You can rock them out side to side. We're working on just kind of waking up in the hip socket here. So if you're on the floor, you can just roll your legs in and out. You can do that in the chair. Whatever feels good, side to side, in and out. Just get a sense of your whole leg. You feel your foot rocking back and forth. Feel that. Take your thoughts up through your shins, through your knees, through your thighs, rocking around. Take a breath. Send your thoughts into your hips and exhale. Settle your hips down. Good. So let's take your strap or your towel, which should be conveniently behind you on your chair. And we're going to take the center of your towel and take it around the bottom of your right foot. So this will give you a way to hold on to your foot. So if you're feeling like this is a little short this morning, you might want to pause here, go get yourself a longer towel. We're just going to hold on, sit up tall. If you're on the floor, you have your strap around the sole of your foot or your towel, sit up. We're just going to rock side to side a little bit. And breathe. So if this isn't comfortable for you with your strap, you can take the strap off if you're on the floor and just do as we do is we skate the foot back and forth, out to the side and in. And if you don't like it here, if this isn't working for you, this strappy thing back and forth, you can take it off and just kind of skate back and forth here. So we're just rotating the hip in and out, internal rotation, external, side to side. See how that feels for you today. If you like the strap, here we are. You can take it in one hand, take it out to your range of motion, whatever feels right. And then we'll come back in, change legs. Take the strap in your hand. So sit up tall here. Make sure you're not hunched over, getting that strap back and forth. Let's allow the breath to press into the sole of your foot, down through your body, out through your leg, into your foot. Your opposite hand holds on. Your tummy's lifted, heart lifted, proud as you explore your range of motion. So you're either sitting in the chair with the leg going in and out, with the towel or strap, without it, back and forth, or you're on the floor, going back and forth to your pleasure, whatever works for you this morning. Maybe shifting in, out, shifting in. So if you want to close your eyes here and focus on the breath, just let the legs sail and come back to center and rest. So you can put your stretching apparatus down now. You can put it behind you, on the floor beside you, whatever works well. And so we'll do some windshield wipers. So let's come forward, swivel back and forth, side to side, all the while sitting up tall. Shoulders are wide. You know, when you do this, you can just do whatever you want with it, you know? It's so fun to be in a chair, really, because you're supported. You know, you can sit up tall. You sit up, your hips are level and stable, back and forth. And come back to center now. And we're going to reach down and give our legs a little massage. So let's just reach forward. As always, we like to do that to just come home to ourselves. Give our circulation a little boost. And plus, in this environment, we just need to be touched. So come home to you and massaging out your knees, these knees. Come back up to your thighs, coming up. Press and pull. Woo. Feels good to me. Does it feel good to you? Breathe, come all the way down and just swipe up. It's just a nice little petting motion. Okay. And then we'll come around behind us to our rump here with a gentle fist. Give yourself some little wake up pats here. All around. Get that energy moving. Come to center. So if you're sitting on the floor, you can scoot back a little bit, keep your spine tall, press back here. And then we're going to take the right ankle across the left knee, bend your left knee in. So if you're sitting in the chair, you can see what I'm doing. So sometimes we go to do this in the chair and this foot does not want to go all the way up to the knee. That's fine. So you can always take your foot wherever you're comfortable, either down by your ankle, just kind of let it rest there. If you can make it all the way up to the knee, that's great. Wherever you are, just take your little knee there and press it out just gently. Become stable in your hips. Sit up tall. And let's notice, so if I take my foot and pull it in like this, see how it distorts the alignment of my foot, the ankle? What you want to do is just look down now and take your foot and put it right in alignment with your shin. The top of your foot stays right in line with your shin. And then flex your ankle so that it's almost like stepping. If you put your hand on the sole of your foot, it's like you're stepping on your hand. So sit up tall here, and we're just going to take a breath and then hinge forward. So long spine first, lift up through the heart, and then hinge gently forward until your body says that's enough. So you'll know when that happens. Don't want to press too hard. You don't, what is it? Don't strain, don't sleep. That's the word. Yeah. So just notice what you're feeling, maybe in the outside of your hip on that side, maybe in your leg. Pressing forward, breathe. Now notice your foot that's on the floor. It should be, the ankle should be underneath your knee. And from the knee, it tracks right up, your thigh tracks right up straight into your hip. So you want to be lined up real nice there. It helps the muscles work better if your bones are stacked properly. So you can see if you walk around all hunched over, your muscles just aren't going to work right. So you want to lengthen from your belly button up to your heart, which I'm going to cover up here a little bit this morning, and forward. So let's come back out of it. And we'll hold on underneath the leg, press it out, bring it in. Let's show the other side. So you might want to start at the ankle, press out, and lean forward. Or you might want to pick your ankle up, rest it on the opposite knee, press down through the knee a little bit, and shift forward. And breathe here. You might notice one side's a little more snug than the other one. Snug is a good word. I don't want to say tight, stiff, blah. Let's think about the breath coming in and moistening our bones. Okay. So, you come to center, just be quiet. I'm going to be quiet for a minute, if you can believe that. And we'll just breathe and notice, okay? Good. And then we'll lengthen your back, come on up. Take your leg out. And rest it down. So if you're on the floor, swivel your knees side to side. Good. And so we're going to come to a little seated twist here. We're going to do that now? Yeah, we'll do that now. So sit up tall here. And we'll take our arms out. Take a big breath in. Allow your inhale to swoop the arms up. Allow your exhale to turn you to your right side. Let the arms float down. So the front hand comes to the knee. The back hand can just rest on the back of the chair right behind your hip here. So you're lifting up through your spine, turning your head. Notice how that feels for you this morning. Draw your tummy in, lift through the heart. And on your next inhale, let's swoop through center. Arms come up to draw you through center. Hello. And exhale other way. So you're going to shift this hip back, which draws your belly around, which draws your chest, which draws your head. Your arms come down. So let's take this on a flow, okay? So we're going to inhale, come up through center. Exhale down, other side. Inhale up through center, swivel. Exhale down. And coming up. And down. So as you lift, the heart lifts, the whole spine rises, crown of your head lifts. Here you are suspended in center. Exhale. That twirly of the spine just spirals around. Come on down. And then come back to center. Lift arms up. Palms touch. Breathe. And then draw your thumbs right through center. Down through the plumb line, center of your body, down to the heart. Take a moment here to just notice what you're feeling. Come back to your breath. Gentle, easy breath in, easy breath out. And then we'll take our hands down by our side. Take your right palm up, lift up, and exhale over a little side bend. When you're ready for your inhale, come on up and allow your exhale to cascade you over to the other side. So you see that I'm in the chair. I'm just leaning into the chair a little bit for support. Both shoulders away from your ears. And then inhaling up and exhaling over. So we're just going to take it very easy, a little flow. checking in, your breath, your body. And the next time your right arm comes up, just stay there. Allow your shoulders to be parallel with the front. Reaching way out, all the way from the hip, through those little spaces in your ribs, all the way up, through your arm, through your fingertips, and beyond. To infinity and beyond, through your fingertips. And then come on up, go the other way, reach. Press this hip down, reach up through your side body, breathe, good. And then come on up on your next inhale, both arms come up, palms touch, and then just blossom out to the side. Feel the space, and we'll do it again. Come on up through center, lift up, blossom out. Good. So now we're going to do something for our core in the chair. So let's begin by noticing where our abdominal muscles even are. So think about drawing your navel back towards your spine. You're just going to draw the abdominal wall in and lift, but you still need to be able to breathe. So just focus on that for a second. On your exhale, draw the navel back towards your spine. Hold it there, but continue your inhale. Inhale. She said, keep breathing. Okay, so being mindful of that engagement of the abdominal muscles. We're just going to play around a little bit here, and we're going to begin with some reaches up from side to side. So you want to engage the belly. And as you reach from side to side, continue with the stability in your core here. This should always be present. Maybe this will help us engage and be aware of that. Keep breathing. Draw your abdominals in. So you notice too that you're using your oblique muscles here as you go side to side, but we're reaching up, drawing the belly in, using the obliques. When you pull down, you're consciously pulling on this side and reaching on that side. Coming up and down. Okay, so we'll just do one more. Lift it up. Take other arm up and reach. Take your arms down. And now we're going to do a little, you could call it moonflower, that we do in our moon salutation. But, so this is what happens. So you're going to sit up tall, draw your belly in, and we're going to take arms and legs out, and then pull them in. Out and in. So you have to keep your core strong. Even if you're here, that's fine. But you're keeping your core strong and blossoming out from center. So you can take it out, bring it in. Bring it out, bring it in. So can you feel your belly there? Even if it's small, and in. Out, yay, and in. Out, and in. Out. Pull it in. Let's try it that way. Take a deep breath and blossom out. And then use your belly, pull it in. Out. And bring it in. Out. And in. Okay, come back to center. Good. And so now we're going to do some reaches forward. So we'll take some reaches forward. So you can feel this in, again, your oblique muscles. So this is a very gentle way to get some core work as you're sitting. Keep breathing. Remember that breath coming in and nourishing your bones. Remember God's presence coming in, just staying away from the bad stuff, the bad juju. Stay close to the Lord, and it will bring refreshment and healing and health to your bones. Breathe and come in. Press out and lift. Stretch your belly out. Good. Take your hands to your knees and exhale round into your cat. So pressing back, if you're sitting on the floor, just do a seated cat. Inhale up. Exhale out. Round your back behind you. Inhale up, stretch your belly, use your back muscles. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Good. And we'll do one more thing for the belly here. Let's take our hands behind our neck very softly. So let's do your little marches here. You can use this for your belly too, because you have to hold your belly up to do your march. But if you'd like, you can keep marching, or you can take a breath in here. And let's find your right elbow and turn it towards your knee. And sit up. And left. Exhaling down. Inhale back up. Exhale. Engage your belly and then little twist. Inhale up. Engage your belly on your exhale. Knee comes up, arm goes across. This is really good for your brain too, because it helps connect the right and left side of your brain. We're doing all kinds of things for us this morning that if we talked about all of it, we'd just be here lecturing for hours. But isn't it great? We can just pull it all together, have some fun. Come up, down, and up. We'll do one more set if you don't feel like it. Take a rest, look around, exhale, come up. Last time. Breathe in and pull it in. Come on up. Take your arms up, take a big stretch. Take the hands behind you if you're in the chair. If you're seated on the floor, just press the hands into the mat behind you. Stretch your legs out. Take your hands to the back of your chair. Roll your right shoulder up, left shoulder up. Lift up. Take a breath. Stretch out your belly. Little baby camel here. And then come back to center. And we'll begin on the shoulders. So easing the shoulders out. Just roll one shoulder up, other shoulder up. Breathe. So imagine, you know how in the water, how the waves come up and respond to that push and pull. And so then we're going to add the elbows. Do a little back stroke here. And then we're going to make it bigger. So the arm comes, whoa, all the way up and back. There's Jesus behind us. See him? There. Always got your back. Yep. And coming up. Come on up. Swim it. And then maybe you can add a little upper body to it. Just allow yourself to get real fluid here. Just feel the space. Good. And then if you'd like, you can just kind of bring it forward and sideways, all around. Maybe do a little swoosh side to side. So it's all just working the arms, the shoulders, take it around. Get a little groove going here with the shoulders. Good. Ooh. Little crawl stroke here. It's amazing what you can do with your body in a chair, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And then we'll just shake it all out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Jangle it out. Take a breath. Let it go. Feel of your arms. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a little hum going through your arms now. A little energy working. Feels good. So let's take goalpost arms now. Soft shoulders, broad chest. Feel the support of your hips in the floor or what is that, the chair. Lift up. And then we'll just notice where your elbows are. You're going to keep the elbows stationary and just let the forearms swivel forward. So there you go. There you have it. Breathe, check in. If you need to rest, please just take your hands down. And then come up. We'll take a breath. Open the chest. Exhale. Elbows and palms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Feel your breath. Exhale. Let your exhale float your elbows and your palms together. One more time. Inhale, open. And close. Good. And out. And we'll take our handy strap or towel and hold on to the ends, or just a little wider than your shoulders. Take Take it down to your thighs. So if you're sitting on the floor, you can sit cross-legged or legs stretched out. Or if you want to come to kneeling, that's fine too. Maybe you could sit on a pillow, kneel on and rest on a blanket or pillow or block, whatever you have at home, but sit up nice and tall. Again, the abdominals are engaged. The lower ribs kind of settle in. They're not jutting out forward. You want to have that long line so that you can be free to move around center. So come on up. On your inhale, arms come up. On your exhale, arms float down. And we'll come up and float down. Nourishment to your shoulder sockets. Nourishment to your scapula, shoulder blades. Exhale down. And we're going to come up and stay. So if you need to rest, give yourself a hug. If you want to continue, take your arms up. So we'll take the right ear up by the right ear. The right ear up by your arm. And so your right arm lifts. So the left hand will drop the towel or strap behind you. And we'll track around by your waistline. So you want to point your palm out, come around behind you. Bend the top elbow, which is maybe your right. And so behind you, you're going to find a strap or towel like this. There it is. So wherever you're comfortable, you want to think about keeping your spine aligned in center. And this is kind of awkward, so you want to make sure your chin isn't all jutted forward. Lift up through the crown of your head. And so as you're here a little bit, you might be able to walk your fingers up climb your hand up the towel behind you, but maybe not. It's okay. You're just opening up the shoulders. And breathe. And then dropping your bottom hand, let it out. Come to your thigh. Top hand reaches up. Towel comes around, lay it across. Give yourself a hug. Drop your chin to your chest. Breathe. Good. And then we'll do the other side. So just think about how juicy your body's becoming today. All your sinews. Take your opposite arm up. Maybe it's your left arm. Take it up. Drop it behind you. Drop that strap behind. Other arm presses out towards me. See the palms facing out? Takes it around, and then you'll just come to find that strap behind you or towel. Come to your place of comfort here. Check in. And then we'll just sit and breathe for a little bit. So soften your shoulders. Breathing in all that nourishment. Oxygen going to every cell. So take a moment to notice the quiet at the top of your inhale. Quiet at the bottom of your exhale. Holy pause. Good. So we'll release the strap or towel now. Take your arm up. Come around. Woohoo! Put it back on your... Are we done with that? Yes. Okay, put it behind you. Good. So we'll come to center here, ease out. Take a breath on your exhale, chin to chest. And on your inhale, glancing up. Exhale down, just come to your level of comfort and hold here. Notice the length in the back of your neck. And come back to center. And allow your right ear to drop over your right shoulder, reaching out long through the left fingertips. Maybe swiveling out through your left arm. Reaching out, pulling in, reach out, pull in. Rotating, playing with that space. Reach. And down. And come on up through center. And other way. Reach out. Allow your breath to sail in through your nose, nourishing your body here. It's just swirling down the back of your throat, down into your lungs, into your bloodstream. Life-giving breath. Good. And your hand comes back to your knee. Take your head up through center, and we'll massage out through the scalp. Breathe. And one more thing, a little more nourishment for your bones and your hips. So if you're seated on the floor, I'm just going to ask you to stand up and sit in your chair if you have one, or just stand. We're going to do a little chair pose to finish out, just to bring some strength to the legs. So we're going to take our feet a little bit, just about as wide as your hips, maybe a little bit wider. Just come to a place where you're sitting on the edge of your chair comfortably and more with stability, and you have your feet on the floor. I'm just going to ask you to sit down, lift up in your belly, and then press forward into the bottoms of your feet. So you want to feel the floor really come up to meet you and support your feet. So just feel that. Breathe. Remember, we practice having the soles of our feet on the floor. So as we come along in our wisdom years here, we need to pay attention. We need to be wise, pay attention to getting up and getting down. So we're just going to come forward and press and come back. And press. You can feel the muscles of your butt engaging, your thighs, and sit back. And press and sit back. So if you want to keep with that, keep with that. If you like, press and stand a little bit. Sit back. Come to center. So notice where your chair, make sure you know where your chair is. And press, engage, press in and stand. And back. Take a breath. Hinge forward, press all your leg muscles are engaging, press back. If you want to stay with the seated press, that's fine. You just want to feel your feet, feel your legs, press into your bones, come on up to standing. And exhale down. And inhale, press and stand. Exhale, sit. Inhale, press and stand one more time. Exhale, use your legs as you sit down and sit. And we'll just stretch out your legs. So you can practice that on your own. Swivel side to side. Take your hands down. Give your knees a little love here. A little out and in. And shake them out real good. Shake everything out. Breathe, shake. And then come to center. And we'll sit back in our chair. So now you can kind of sit back and relax. We'll take soles of the feet, plant them on the floor and sit up tall. That's fine if you just want to rest back. We're going to move into Shavasana here. So if you've been working on the floor, you can go down and rest on the mat as you would normally in Shavasana. If you're sitting in the chair, I'm going to invite you to keep your spine as long as you can. Sit back into the support of the chair behind you. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes here, closing your eyes. And guide your awareness inward. And notice how your body's feeling. Notice the soles of your feet resting on the floor. And whether you're lying out or seated, notice your ankles resting. Your shins beginning to just soften and settle. Calves relaxing. The knees softening. Thighs releasing. If you're seated in the chair, notice how the chair comes up to meet you, and allow the weight of your thighs to fully settle into the support of your chair. If your hands are on your thighs, notice that engagement, that connection there with yourself, that completion of the circle of energy in your body. Notice now your hips settling fully into the chair. Row your spine up tall if you're in the chair and let your shoulders relax. Notice that the right shoulder just drops away from your ear. Notice that your left shoulder drops away from your ear. Your neck grows a little taller, crown of your head lifting. If your eyes are closed, think about your eyeballs settling back in their sockets. If you just have a soft gaze, make that gaze even softer. Allow the skin of your scalp to settle and relax. Allow the muscles underneath to let go of any tension. Back of your neck is nice and easy. The skin around your ears rests. An easy breath. And resting here. Soft, easy. So if you're lying on your mat now, let's come to an awareness of your body resting here. If you're seated in the chair, become aware of how the chair supports you, how your breath is moving. And let's all just take a stretch, whatever stretch would feel good for us now, wherever we are. Deep breath in, wake up stretch. And then gather your knees into your chest if you're on the floor and roll onto your side. If you're in the chair, slowly let your eyes open. Allow the light to come back in. Notice where you are. And now we're all coming to sitting together. And as we close, I'll share with you the scripture that we read earlier from the Message version. Don't lose your grip on love and loyalty. Tie them around your neck. Carve their initials on your heart. Earn a reputation for living well in God's eyes and the eyes of the people. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. God is the one who will keep you on track. Don't assume that you know it all. Run to God. Run from evil. Your body will glow with health. Your very bones will vibrate with life. Run to God. Breathe God in. Maybe take a deep breath right now. Are your bones vibrating with life this morning? What a wonderful picture. So, Lord God, we give you thanks for the desire of your heart for us. That in our very bones, your breath would live and move and cause them to vibrate with life that would emanate out from our hearts of love to the world around us. That we might be your voice, your heart, your hands, your feet on this earth. Send us your spirit. Renew the face of the earth. In your name, we lift up all these things. We give our heart, our soul, our mind, our strength to you. In the name of the Christ, who lives within. Amen. Thank you all for practicing with me today. I pray that your bones, because of that breath within, would vibrate with life. So go forth and live, my friends. I love you.